Hello everyone, and welcome back to a new episode of Kerbal Space Program. As you can see, I decided to skip the menu screen. It's a cool intro, but it kind of has this annoying loading that comes after it, and so I figure we'll just start here, looking peacefully at the space station, listening to the birds, and thinking about this contract. I've decided that maybe what we should do is just put a decoupler at the bottom of our thing, decouple it before we take off, and then continue as normal and see if this satisfies them. Maybe we'll blow it up, but at least they'll find out what happened to it. And so let's pick up a new mission. We'll do something pretty simple, like test... How high? Oh, this wants us to get to 8,000 meters? Sure, I guess. Let's do that. Or actually, we have this, right? We've tested this before, the swivel liquid fuel engine. So let's just do this again. And, we'll build a new thing here. Zoom out like this, right, okay. Put, like, I think we decided 2 of these was plenty? Yeah, 2 of them was enough to get to the water, which is all we really care about. And the swivel liquid fuel engine, right? Yep. In the water. Okay. Coupling, and we don't want a decoupler between these. We want one at the bottom of this. So we're just going to decouple it right away before we take off, even though this is ridiculous. That's what I believe our contract is telling us to do. Dumb coupler. Payload, aerodynamics. We don't really need any of this crap. But actually, since we recover it, it's sort of free anyway, right? So we might as well, I suppose. And there's a few places left to test the mystery goo, right? Actually, we've done it in flight a few times. I guess we could do it at the launch pad again. It would probably be worth something. And the thermometer as well, why not? Put a parachute on. Ooh. Set it to like 0.5 has been working reasonably well for us. Okay. And this all looks rather dumb, but we want another decoupling stage, please. Actually, if I hit reset, what happens? Yeah, it goes to like dumb. So we don't want to launch the parachute and the engine at the same time. We're first going to decouple this stage on the bottom, which is here just for show, and then launch this engine, and then when we're ready, deploy the parachute. So hopefully this doesn't blow things up, but I think we should be okay. So I thought that just having the decoupler on the ship was enough to finish our mission, but apparently it wasn't in the last episode. So, all right, the ship looks pretty stupid and it's very wobbly. Having this decoupler is not good for us. Let's turn on SAS. See if that stabilizes at all. Throttle up to like that, and decouple and launch. Whoa! 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 All right. All right. Stop and go. All right. Something is clearly very badly wrong with this rocket. Try again. Okay. Well, we're not making it to the water today. I'm not quite sure what happened there. We took off at a weird angle, but that, I think with the fins and the SAS, we shouldn't have, nothing too crazy should have happened. Alright, well, hope we don't blow up from this landing. Ooh, okay, well, we blew up the engine, which is sort of what we expected to happen anyway when we get to the water. We just didn't achieve the contract goal. I forgot to do measuring of any of this stuff, so let's observe it now. Since we're, yeah, I mean, I guess keep it. Okay, it's not very impressed with... This is about the same as being on the launch pad, apparently. Let's do a crew report. Yep. And, actually, can we do an EVA? I forgot how that works. Yeah, do an EVA report as well. Cool. Get back in, please. Anything we're missing? Yes. What's the temperature like out here? Normal. Alright. Toggle display? Oh, it'll tell me how hot it is. That's nice. (316 Kelvin). Well, how hot is that? 273 is the zero, right? So that's 43? 43 Celsius? No way I'm right about that. That's way too hot. Okay. Well, I don't know what Kelvin is then, really. I thought it was 273, but I guess not. Alright, well, I guess this is a complete, although not exactly successful, mission. Recover the vessel. Did we at least finish with that stupid decoupler mission? So we can get rid of it? Okay, we got very little science from this. Next. Well, we got most of the parts back, I guess, right? Sure. Next. Yeah, nothing much happened. Yes, we did accomplish testing this thing. I feel like that was a very poor way to test it. But, you know, you gotta do what the clients want, I guess. So let's go look for a new contract to test along with testing this liquid fuel engine. Let's test this radial mount drogue chute. Okay, we'll take that one. Which means we'll need to at least unlock that, which was over here, right? Survivability has... Oh, it's highlighted in blue because we want it, I guess. Cool. Well, let's take it. And we have, like, 29 more science to get. Could we afford any of this stuff? No. So these are really the next two things we're going to get next. We can pick which one we want. I don't know. What are we supposed to do? We're supposed to get that liquid fuel into the water and test a parachute, right? So this seems like a better way to get us into the water more reliably. Yeah, so we'll get a better fuel tank, right? Basically. We'll also get a better engine, but we don't want to use that one yet. Okay, so let's assemble this vehicle. New one, please. Command pod. And I really don't think it's that necessary to attach more mystery goo. We've sort of exhausted all the stuff we know how to test with mystery goo, and I don't want to take this into space just yet. So let's put in some fuel tanks. So this has as much fuel as two of these guys. And weighs about twice as much, so what's the difference exactly? I see, it's not twice as expensive, I guess? Huh. Well, alright, whatever. There we go. And it's smaller. I see, it's smaller than two of these would be. So you can sort of fit more of them in the thing. Well, let's put two of these on. That ought to be fine. And then this. Do I want to decouple anything? No, I think I'm okay with landing with all of this stuff. Let's double check. I don't understand what it means. The contract should be it says it should be splashed down. Does that mean it should be attached, or should I decouple it into the water, or what? Because whenever I land in the water, it like just vanishes. The engine does not appreciate that. But okay, well, fine. Oh, payload? What is this? A service bay. Oh, right, I forgot. We have this already. Don't know what that's all about, really, but whatever. Aerodynamics. We could use a fin. We might go a bit high this time. And we do plan to recover it, so why not? A landing strut we don't much need. Heat shields and stuff we don't need either. We don't need comms. A barometer. Warranty void if exposed to air. Huh. Well, I don't know. Let's just slap one of those on, I guess. Did I just slap 2 on? We don't need 2 barometers. Okay, just 1 will be fine, thanks. Utility. So we want radial mounted drogue chute, which we really don't much need at all. So is having 2 of these going to be a disaster? I'm not sure where I should put the parachute. I guess I should put it... Whichever part the parachute is attached to is going to be the top when we're landing, right? And I would like to, if possible, try not to blow up this engine part. So I think I'm actually going to put the parachutes on the bottom. I mean, I could put them all the way down here, but that seems a little bit dangerous. So one thing is, we could put just one of them, and then the thing would land sort of on its side, maybe. Maybe none of this matters, because I need to deploy a real parachute as well on top. This is just like a drag thing to slow you down a bit. I don't know exactly why we would need that in combination with this, but that's what it claims, right? This is not enough to stop you from smashing into the ground, but it'll apply drag before you apply a more sensitive parachute. So, I don't know. Altitude 2,500? Sure, I guess. And then we'll still have this one go off at 1,000. Fine. We can sort of stage them all together, except for the engine should be separate from the parachutes, so that it doesn't go off while we're on the launch pad. I think this is fine, right? Let's just launch it. And review the contract. Our goal is to just get fairly high and then land in the ocean, right? Yes, get to like 8,000 to 12,000 feet. I think we just have to get that high and not deploy the parachute that high, right? I don't know. Alright, so splash down and get to at least 310 meters per second. Okay, well, let's throttle up most of the way. Turn on SAS, thank you, Jeb. And get ready to launch, right? 3, 2, 1, liftoff. Straight up as we wanted. Fuel is... we've got plenty. Let's tilt a bit to get closer to the ocean. We're at like 10 degrees now, right? That should be fine. A bit further. That's plenty. You can stop now. Stop. Stop. Let's throttle down. Oh my goodness. Okay. Well, I can't turn this around anymore. We could... yeah, this will let me... okay, so like that, please. Just... well, the good news is we have already accomplished our goal for this mission. There. Just try to point SAS at that, will you, Jeb? That's not what I wanted at all. But with the engine on not very hard, I can sort of swivel around a bit. Like that? Can you hold it that way, Jeb? And then... oh, we're out of fuel. Alright, well, that's fine. Let's deploy the chute. Look at it go! Alright, great. Well, good work, team. We're slowing down way faster than necessary, but that's... actually, I don't know if that counted as testing it. No. We needed to deploy it when we were higher than this. We didn't get high enough because of the... I aimed a bit too far to the side and lost control of the ship, I guess. Whoa! Yeah, the parachutes are all fighting over the ship, right? That one's on the top and wants to keep the top pointed up. These guys are on the side. Okay, well, is there like a... How do I time warp here? I don't know, 4x is fine, right? We're still like a kilometer up. There goes the... Yeah, that's flipped things back over. Is there a way to, like... If I could disable one of these... I don't think I want to do that, but I could if I wanted to, like, make the other end land downward. I don't know. Let's just go. We're coming down real stately, 8 meters per second. That's like a quick jog? No, it's hard to jog that fast. You could sprint that fast, though, I think. Toggle time mode? Alright. Looks a little phallic there. Hey, the thing survived this time. We did it. Kerbin splashed down. Alright, well, we accomplished one of our objectives with this mission. Will you take an EVA report here in the water, please? Yeah. And then get back into the ship now before you drown. Crew report. Yep, we're in the water, alright. Cool. Oh, what's the barometric pressure like in the water? Yeah, alright, well, fine. Should have done that while we were in the sky, but I had some other issues. Cool. Let's recover this vessel. And so I think we recovered all the parts this time, right? Yeah, crew from the water. EVA report from the water was actually worth something. Pressure scan from the water. Yeah, okay. And we got the vessel back. Next. We got back, like, most of the stuff. Not the fuel, of course. Next. No XP gain. Fine. And, we went 10 kilometers away from the space station for the first time ever. Great. Or not space station, this place. What about the contracts, though? Didn't we... It didn't... I don't understand. We got there. Both of those things were checked. Was I supposed to throttle up while we were in the water? That sounds extremely dangerous. Okay. Was I supposed to, like, right-click on it and say test or something? I don't know. Maybe that's all it is. Like, maybe that's how I could have tested the stack decoupler while we were, you have to interact with it somehow, or click on it to test it? I don't know. Okay, well, that happened. We can't afford any of this stuff. We don't have much science, actually. We need to start doing more stuff. We can just barely research stability, which is kind of seeming a little useful. This is basically for letting us do radial mounting, right? The decoupler and the nose cone both make sense for a radial kind of mounted rockets. Well, we might as well take this. It's necessary to, like, have eventually, I suppose, and maybe it'll help us somehow. Requires any... yeah, okay. Cool. Well, let's grab it, I guess. And we didn't accomplish any of our contract goals, which is a shame. Don't totally... oh, we didn't get high enough, right? Alright, well, let's build a somewhat more ambitious rocket then. But not go too crazy with it. Let's see. So what I think means a more ambitious one is to build, like, put more fuel in. Now, we could use a better engine as well, but we still have a contract to test this one, even though we don't understand how. So I'm going to have this be our main rocket. But this is, like, probably too large to land safely in the water, I think. Right? Like, this seems pretty dangerous to me. So What I was thinking also is to do some like radial mounted stuff to get an extra boost at the beginning stage. So maybe what I'll do is something like this. How do I separate these two parts? Shift, apparently. Or maybe that was just luck. I don't know. Yeah, shift does it. Something like this as our rocket's final stage. But have some boosters attached before we get to this stage. Like 3 of them? With a radial decoupler. Like, attaching them like so. Engines. Honestly, the flea is pretty cute, but I think we'll take something more like this. Okay, and we will need some aerodynamics on this, I suspect. So what is the difference between these? I don't really know. One of them is better, I guess, somehow. Just jam that on there. This is a pretty silly looking rocket, I have to say. Let's put some nose cones on these bad boys. How are we doing for number of parts? Are we like... I don't know where to see that. I guess it'll tell us if we get too high. Reroute. I don't want to do that. Let's try doing another barometric reading while we're flying, if I remember to do that. Oh no, I already... This is the same ship from earlier. Okay. We already have a barometer on there. And we have a parachute on that already. Oh, I guess we must therefore have the drag parachutes on as well? No. They got removed. Oh, of course, because yeah, okay. So let's just take one of these, I suppose, put it like this, and we'll like sort of land the ship sideways-ish. Let's actually... Where did I put the barometer? It's there. Alright, let's try to put the parachute on the same side as the barometer so that in case I do forget... Oh wait, did I grab the right one? No, I grabbed the wrong one anyway. So that in case we land like this, it'll still be sort of facing up, maybe. And that way I can test this on the way down. I don't know. It's sort of a bit unnecessary, I think. But, okay, so how are we doing for staging? What is all this? We want these guys, and then this. Yeah, that looks right. But we need another stage here. Deploy these engines before we deploy this parachute. And then deploy these 2 parachutes at the same time. 2,500 seems good. 1,000 seems good. I don't know if that means when they'll auto-deploy, or if that's the limit at which they will deploy. Because I'm still not sure if I need to arm the parachutes. I think I do, like, manually need to hit space on them, I think. I don't know. Alright, so here's our like, more advanced thing. We're going to try to get sort of high, and I'm going to try to point this straight up, and then once we're up there, and we've dropped the solid fuel boosters, tilt to the side and get into the ocean that way. Maybe that'll reduce the amount of chaos at launch time that we were having of like being unable to keep pointed straight. And I'll throttle up to like 2/3. Why not? It shouldn't matter because we're going to be going on solid fuel first. Kind of funny that this I can't figure out how to pan down, but get out of here. The whole rocket is actually balancing on the central thing, even though it looks like these 3 should take it. It's just a tiny bit taller in the middle. Alright, come on back in, Mr. Navball. Okay, so I think we're about set here. Staging looks okay, right? Yep. Solid rocket first. Okay. I could do a barometric reading right now. Log pressure data? Yeah, it's worth 3.6 science. Alright, I'll take it. Toggle display. What does the pressure look like? I'm curious. 100 kilopascals. So it's a tenth of a pascal? No. 100 kilopascals. I guess I don't know how much that is. So, okay. Well. Okay, I think we're all set to launch this guy. In 3, 2... Oh! SAS! Alright. God, launch... I gotta get a launch checklist. Which right now is just one step. Check the SAS, you dork. Alright. 3, 2, 1... Liftoff. Okay, seems to be going more or less straight up as we wanted. How's our fuel looking? Where is the fuel readout anyway? Over here? Yes, I see. Wow, we have a lot of solid fuel. Alright, we're getting quite high now. And we're almost out of fuel in the solid fuel boosters. Let's let those go. They exploded. And turn this guy on. And just sort of tilt to the side. That's a little bit more than I really needed. Yeah, we don't need to burn that hard. I'm starting to wish I had a decoupler because we are way higher than I thought we were going to be. And I wish I could drop off this bottom part, which is not really likely to survive re-entry, I think. How high are we getting? We are getting into space, all right. I didn't mean to do that. Yeah, we're just barely getting into space. Alright, well, let's hope for the best, I suppose. Okay, well, we're out of fuel. And my next stages are just the parachute. I would decouple if I could, but... Actually, would you like to get out here? No, he doesn't, we didn't put any air in his spacesuit, apparently. Well, let's take a crew report, I guess. This is... I didn't mean to get this high. It would be nice to have a, mystery goo stuff up here. Yeah, let's log the pressure data here. Yeah, we'll go ahead and overwrite the existing scan and find out what it's like in space. Or the upper atmosphere. Alright, well... Yeah. I'm a little worried about Jeb's health here. I don't think this ship is really really designed to re-enter. At least it's going to be a pretty shallow re-entry. We didn't go straight up the whole time, thank goodness. So we'll be coming in doing some aero braking. But honestly, without a decoupler on the top part, I kept it all there because I was like, oh, we'll just land in the water and I want to recover it all. And it'll get us some more money. But we got much higher with all those boosters than I really expected. Yay, we're in space! Amazing, Jeb! And now we have a ship that I don't really think can survive re-entry, so this is going to be Jeb's farewell voyage, I think. And of course we could revert to launch and so on. We could basically undo, but I think this is a fine learning experience for our space program, really. Let's try to... Yeah, we're on our way back down. So let's try to point at our velocity vector a bit here, so that we're... Actually, I don't want to come in nose first, do I? I don't know. I really have no idea what direction I ought to be coming in. I think that if it were taking just the command module back, I would want to come in tail first because it's got that like ablative shield on the bottom. But since I'm accidentally bringing back the whole ship and it really can't survive re-entry, I don't know, present a minimal aerodynamic profile and hope for the best? Jeez. Alright, well, speed back up again. And admire this view, Jeb. It may be the last one you ever get. Okay. Yeah, and it's telling us, of course, that it's unsafe to deploy the parachutes, which we knew. Uh-huh. Yeah, oh gosh. This is real bad, Jeb. Oh, listen to that. That is your life ending. Oh yeah. This ship is very unhappy. Turn off the SAS at least, I guess, and... Oh! Look, it's ending! We're gonna be okay, Jeb! You made it through the atmosphere! Oh, you did it! Alright, try to right yourself again, and we'll try to find... Wow! I thought we were gonna die! We did it, though. We still might die, it's true. Are we, like... We're still over the water, right? Oh, yeah, okay. And we're 8 kilometers up? Coming in at a reasonable angle. Let's deploy the chutes. They're not deployed yet. They're just armed, ready to deploy when we reach the appropriate velocity, or height. So at 2,000 kilometers we should see the drag chute go. Did I forget? Oh, I think because of our contract I should have deployed this one higher up than 2,000, right? But honestly, I'm just thrilled we got Jeb and the ship back. I did not expect that to happen. Jeb's very thrilled about the whole thing, too. Okay. That's quite reasonable. Good for you, Jeb. Any news on our contract? Yeah, we didn't deploy it at the right altitude. Okay, well, should have just armed it earlier, and that's fine. We can do that next time. And we can see what the heck it is that we have to do with this engine while we're splashed down. Maybe we just have to investigate it while we, after we land? I don't know. Man, the noise of re-entry is scary. It's just like the whole world trying to kill you. It really is like you are the entire world is flying by you at a speed of hundreds of meters per second, and it's like that's pretty fast. Okay, well, let's see. We landed. Did I hear the engines explode? I can't quite get a view of the underwater area. Yeah, the engine doesn't seem to be there. It says test the engine. Like, I don't understand. What am I supposed to do? I can, like, tap Z or X to adjust the throttle, but there's no engine anymore. I don't know how I'm supposed to... How to do that. Like, we've done everything except the top level thing. I don't know. It's a mystery. Whoa, we can measure all this stuff? Huh. Monopropellant. I still think that's for the RCS. It's in the command pod somehow, but... Alright, well... I guess Jeb might as well do an EVA out over the water. Whoa! Don't drown! On the plus side, I can confirm we definitely no longer have the engine. EVA report? Yeah, cool. Oh, it's not worth anything. Whatever. Get back in. How about crew reports? Review report. So this is from the upper atmosphere. Oh yeah, that's got to be worth more than our stupid review of the ocean. How do I make this go away? Crew report from the atmosphere. Oh, I see. Yeah, keep it. This isn't take an experiment. It's keep the one you already have. So we're not right now investigating the water. We're just looking at our investigation of the upper atmosphere. Okay. All right. Well, let's recover this one. We're still not making any progress on those contracts, but we're getting there. We're building more exciting ships. I'm going to have to look up, like, what are you supposed to do to test an engine in water? It doesn't really make sense to me. But we picked up some more science. The barometer was the biggest boost there. It would be better if we had brought the mystery goo things. Okay, cool. Well, great, yeah. Recovered most of it, but not the engine. That's too bad. Yep. And what's this all about? We broke some milestones. We went quite fast and quite far. Very good. Okay. But we still have our 2 contracts. Haven't figured those out yet. That's going to do it for this episode. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.